Imagine if you could use Claude Code for free. Claude Code can be expensive, and if you run out of credits, it can stop you dead in your tracks. And so in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use Claude Code's agentic framework for free, so you can create without limits, access all of the amazing Claude features without the need for a supercomputer with RAM, and even if you've never had any coding experience before. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Jack Roberts. I built and sold my last tech startup with over 60,000 customers, and now I run a profitable AI automation business. So if you haven't already, grab that coffee and let's dive straight in. So let's talk about Claude Code. And if you're wondering why I've got a strange background, I'm currently in London. We just did a wonderful meetup with the community. Next is going to be LA, and then we have Japan. It will be amazing to see you there. So Claude Code, all right, is like an F1 car. And when we switch the model from Claude to something else, we're essentially just changing the engine. We get all the benefits of the car, but we just have a slightly different engine, which basically means that we get the agentic coding frameworks from free. We can have things like the agentic loop, Claude skills, loads of other cool features. But what about RAM? Do I need a big supercomputer to run this? The answer is no. And in the words of Drake, you have no need to have that to run this because it's going to run in the cloud. So what is the catch if it's this great? Well, there are trade-offs that I want to be really upfront with you about just so you understand what this actually means. First of all, there's 4 things. Number 1 is cost. So this basically means you can do it from free or very small cost based on the model we select. We have speed, there is performance, and also security. So you can do some of them completely for free, but where does it land in the other categories? I'm going to break all this down for you in this video so you can make a great and informed decision. And then what I'm also going to share, once we've gone through that, what I actually recommend for your particular use cases, once I show you all the magic under the hood. Now, to show you exactly how to use Claude Code for free, we need to understand how it works and get it set up. And to do that, we're going to use something called Openrouter, which gives us access to so many different models, hundreds of different models, the best models on the planet, and even completely free ones. But before you do that, we have to know what kind of engine we're putting in our racing car. I've actually given you 5 core models so that you can choose and understand and make an informed decision from, because free is amazing, but sometimes with free, you can be rate limited, which means that you may be waiting slightly longer. So you may opt to spend for something that's like 1/100th of the cost, but always works for you. So I'll talk you through what that looks like. So on the left-hand side here, let me bring this over slightly to the left so you can get a good view. And of course, I'll make this all available for you down below in the description so you can grab this. And all you're going to do to actually use this is a one-click copy, and then you'll be ready to rock and roll. So let's have a look at what we've got here. And let me broaden this out so you can see exactly what we're talking about. So we've got Sonnet 4.6 or Opus 4.6, which is what I typically tend to use, is average blended per million tokens is $15. Gemini Flash is $1.50. So you're looking at like roughly 10% of the cost. So that's great for value. We have Distral Small. Again, that's way cheaper. And then you got 2 different free options. And you can go through and understand the different pluses and minuses. What I thought would be really helpful in you determining which model you want to use, because everybody's going to have different tolerances. Now, if you're doing something for a client project, I definitely recommend that you do use Claude Opus or Claude Sonnet if it's like anyone else's data. So you can kind of make a core judgment call on that. So let's have a look at the different models and the sort of trade-offs here. So from a cost point of view, DeepSeek V3 is free. And obviously there are hundreds of models. I did a little bit of research to find out actually what would be 5 realistic options just to make it a little bit simpler for you. But of course, you can substitute these with any different model on Openrouter, which I'll show you in a second. So DeepSeek V3, Quen are free. DevStral is 20 cents. Gemini $1.40. Sonnet 4.6 is $9. And Opus is $15. If we're looking at performance, sort of rank these out of 10. So obviously Opus is the best. Gemini's 8.5. So you may want like 85% of performance for 1/10 of the cost. Maybe that's a trade-off you want to make. Then obviously the performance gets lower down as you go down. And so speed is really good. I've listed that from 1st, 2nd, and 3rd so you can get a great idea of what that looks like and understanding to make a really good informed decision for everything. And so whichever model that you choose, it's the exact same process, because what I've done here for you, if you just select this, it just changes the model for you automatically, or if you find one you like, you can do that. I'm going to do, as an example, why don't we do Gemini Flash, which is roughly 10% of the price for 85% of the quality. Cool, which means that if you're doing a really big coding project and you're burning Claude tokens, you can do this and code for 10 times longer for the same price point. So I click on Gemini Flash. That's awesome. Let's come up here and select that, which is wonderful. What I'm going to do is click on copy. Now, what first we need to do is head over to Openrouter. And then when you're on Openrouter, guys, I want you to come down here to API keys over here. I'm going to create a brand new API key. Now, what's really important to bear in mind here is you want it, if you can, deposit $10 so you don't get rate limited. Even if it's a free model, the fact you have $10 will really make your experience significantly easier. So throw the $10 into it, basically. So we'll call this one something like JR London, maybe free Claude. Wonderful credit limit. Let's just put that at $15. come down. I say, dude, I get criticized for using Americanisms now. Someone told me this. I use a lot of American slang these days. Maybe I'm hanging out with too many Americans. I don't know. Reset limit, we're going to put that as monthly. That's fine. Expiration is fine. And click on create. And then you're going to copy the API key. And so here you can see you're basically going to copy this text in. And we're going to go and head over to anti-gravity. The reason I like using anti-gravity is because I can still have a conversation with Gemini without it really affecting or being changed by this model, which is really handy. So I click on copy. I head over to anti-gravity. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to click on opening up a brand new folder. And I've called this one Claude Code London. Click on create. And then we are in and ready to rock and roll once we click on open. Wonderful. Great. So we're going to full screen this. Now we've got over here the agent window within anti-gravity. And what I'm going to do is basically paste in that thing that I just copied from that website. Now, what's really cool here is I went through this. I went through the kind of pluses and minuses to get a little bit of a step-by-step framework that should work for you on the first occasion. It explains all the steps that we want the model to take and exactly what that looks like. So you can see we've got our task list here, which is wonderful. So grabbing the API key from Openrouter, which we're going to provide it, and it's just going to change the configuration on the desktop. So we're not actually sending the request to Anthropic, but instead to Openrouter. And we can change this back at any time very easily by coming over to this website. And all you can do is click on code, and this basically reverts it back to the normal, click on copy. Now, you could go into the config yourself and change it. I just thought it'd be a lot easier for you just to be able to copy and paste some information to switch it back. And again, I'll show you exactly how that works as well. Wonderful. So now that's complete, literally from one prompt, which is ace. And all we're going to do is copy this now to test it, and we're going to open up a terminal. And if you're wondering why the background suddenly went so dark, I went out for dinner, and guys, the sun sets pretty quickly in London, I must admit. But once you've got the instructions back from Claude and anti-gravity, we can come over and actually test it now that this changed. So we're in over here, we just type in Claude, and we should be able to see what the module is. So let's just come down here and click, we trust that folder. And look at this. Can you see now? Gemini 2.5 Pro preview. Cool. So how do we know that it's actually the thing? Well, I can say, hey there, what model is this? And see what it comes back and says. And if it's correct, it'll come back and say something like Gemini. Let's have a little think. It's pontificating, and we'll see what it says. Cool. This is the Google Gemini 7.5 preview. Awesome. So we're now talking with the Google Gemini model, which is great. And so now let's go back and change it to a slightly different model. So let's say we want to go for something like a combination of different free modules. How would we do that? Well, come back to the website, click on copy. Let's head over then to anti-gravity. And in anti-gravity, we're going to come down and drop in the prompt here and just give it the information, and it should now switch it to a completely different model for us to use. And then we can test together if it can use Claude skills. So the idea is it can access those things, all the Claude skills that you've already got, even if you can't access Claude Code, for example, for some reason. And it's coming up, it's asking us, hey, do you want me to change the model? I'm like, yep, go ahead and do that, please. And now that's done, everything's been transferred over and complete just by copy and pasting that over. And now what we have to do now is shut down and close the terminal and then reopen it once again for it to take effect. So let's go ahead and do that and shut down the terminal and open it again from starters, which is fantastic. Great, get this one over here. So if I open up a new terminal, a little hack for you, by the way, if you press up, this will cycle through what your last command was. So I go up, it's every time you hit a command, it will save it, which just saves you a lot of time. If I type in /Claude, for example, I say yes, you'll see now that I'm now on Openrouter free. So quick cool thing about Openrouter free is that this plan in Openrouter will cycle through any of the free models. If you just choose something like DeepSeek, sometimes you'll get rate limited or you'll have to wait ages before you can use it. I found that happen with Quam. It's a little bit frustrating if you want to use a free model. So this lets us and helps us do that. Now, let me show you another really cool functionality we can do here. And then we're going to use one of the skills to actually build something really cool. So if I come back over to anti-gravity, cool. So now I've reopened anti-gravity. What we're going to do here, oh, and by the way, if you didn't know, you can do Command and L, and that opens up a thing on the right-hand side, and you can up and shut that really easily. So what we're going to do is come up here to the terminal, click on New Terminal, and if we come up now, we should find Claude, which is great. And do we see the model there? We do Gemini 3 Flash preview. So cool. What we now want to do is just see and leverage a skill within that. So if I do /, obviously you can see all your skills, view your skills if you want to. I'm going to use the Bitly skill. So here's a Bitly skill. The Bitly skill is basically I give it a URL and then it turns that URL into a Bitly link, which is really cool. Great. So let's come down here and then let's go ahead and give it a random URL. So let's do a Bitly link for, I don't know, let's do Galido.com. All right, sweet. So we're going to turn this one off, which is fantastic. And then if this works properly, using a model that's not Claude, we should get this back, which is fantastic. So what's one of the cool things is that if you run down to 0 tokens, you can now, your skills become portable. Now, I love Opus 4.6. I do pretty much all my coding in Opus 4.6 because it's great. And just like that, now I've updated the broken token I had. It's actually gone ahead and created for me the Bitly link, which is wonderful. So if I click this, it should take me through to Galido. So let's just go ahead and double check that that has worked properly. Again, we're happy to open that up. And voila, we're on Galido.com, the thing I've been using to dictate inside this video, which is very cool. So this is great. But then what if you want to go back to Claude? So I've opened up a new browser here. By the way, again, it's just Command and L to open and shut down this browser, which is cool. What I recommend you do if you are using a free model or a different model is that you have one panel that's just for controlling the model. Like, hey, am I talking to Claude? Am I talking to Gemini? Am I talking to free models? And then this, you can do all your coding. And here you can literally come down, you can rename this and call this one something like skill A. Cool. And then this might be something like, come down here, skill B. And then equally, you just keep on adding these pluses. You can get various different instances of Claude Code or whatever model it is that you're using. Now, to get back, all we're going to do is enter the prompt from that website. So I'm here, I've got the Claude reset thing, and this is going to revert us straight back to normal. I click on copy. We have our regularly scheduled confetti, which of course is super important. We come back over and we simply come over to Opus and we'll come down and drop in this code and then hit in enter. And this will send everything back to Claude. And what we'll need to do then is just shut this down, reopen it, and then we'll be dealing with Claude once again. Now, as you can see, that's all complete, guys. And this is the file that is editing the settings.json. By the way, you can also do this on a project level and also globally. So globally would be any terminal and project would be just the projects that exist within it. And you do that by having a settings.json on the side, or you can basically amend the global version. So now that's done, we can pretty much shut this down, open it up, and then we'll be dealing back with Claude Opus again. So let's just double check and I'll show you how that works. So now we're back with an anti-gravity. Let me come down and shut these up and let's come and open up a brand new terminal to show what this looks like. New terminal, come up to Claude, and we should see the model Opus 4.6 appearing there. Sonnet 4.6, cool. So I might just say, hey there, which model is this? And we can come down and we'll validate that it is actually our wonderful Claude. And then you do /model, you can come down and decide all the ones that you want. And we are back rocking and rolling with Opus, which is wonderful. And then this leads us very nicely onto what I personally recommend. So I recommend, if you are able to and you can afford it, the Claude Max plan. Now, I get nothing from you buying the Claude Max plan. I advise you like I would my own brother or my son, right? The thing is, the way that I see Claude, these subscriptions, if you, at least the $20 one, and certainly the $200 one, or I should say the other way around, is that I don't really see it as a subscription cost. I see it as like a mini digital employee that I'm hiring. So if you compare like $200 versus £20,000, £50,000, or £100,000, it's a lot cheaper. And I appreciate not everyone can do that. And that's why I made this video, to make it super accessible. So whatever your situation, you can use it. But I just think that this is a good investment, generally speaking, to actually, if you can, get this level of access, because I see them as AI employees, which is why I spend the money that I do. I even hired someone recently, thousands of dollars, and within a few days, we ended up automating the entire thing. And I don't think that would have been possible if we didn't have access to the premier models. The speed that it did it, the efficiency, and never fall into the trap of false economies. Free does not always mean cheaper, because you spend with your time and you spend correcting mistakes. That said, is this very helpful? Yeah, for sure it is, right? Like if you hit your limits, you got a code or you want to do various loops and things, it can be phenomenally helpful. But just remember to always think about the value and what's going to be best for your particular circumstances. So now we've understood exactly how to develop Claude Code for free. The next thing we need to do then is actually put Claude Code through its paces and build something that only very recently became possible. And that is a gorgeous, beautiful 3D website that you can now do with Claude Code easier than ever before, which we're going to learn by watching this video right here.